What is up, guys? Welcome to Truth and Transparency. The delay, but it's worth it. Again, welcome. It is, what's tonight? Tonight's Wednesday night all night, right? All right. So, going to be doing some Riley strain coverage. Got to speak with Scott Roeder a little bit this evening as well. And he's going to join me tomorrow. And we are going to be doing a dual stream. Scott Roeder wants to weigh in on some stuff. Tonight's episode, we'll be giving credit to Bella's Baddie Ways, Delana Taylor, and the mods, as well as a little dose of my brains. We're going to start off with Brian Enton did a little interview / recap with Chris, and then I had a chance to talk to Chris as well. So,
covered from the Cumberland River in Nashville last Friday, 2 weeks after he went missing during a night out with friends. Tonight, we've learned some disturbing details about how he was found. We've learned he was found without his pants, his wallet, or the cowboy boots that he was wearing the night he vanished. Surveillance video captured some of his last known steps on March 8th after he left the downtown bar where his fraternity brothers were. They were all partying together there. It was about 8 miles away from where his body was found. His disappearance mobilized an army of loved ones and strangers alike banding together to look for signs of Riley before the search came to a tragic end. A preliminary autopsy found no signs of foul play in his death, but the family is not completely satisfied tonight. They have ordered a second autopsy with even more tests that will potentially give us more insight into what happened. And joining us now, family friend Chris Dingman. Chris, thank you for coming on the show again. I understand that Riley has been returned home. His funeral will be happening on Friday. So we're obviously...
All right, so the first thing I want to say is no boots were on Riley, no jeans, okay? He had his shirt on and he had his watch on. He also did not have any type of boxer briefs, underwear, anything like that. So when we're saying he had no pants on, no boots on, he had no underwear on. All right.
Thinking of you all right now, and I can't imagine how difficult all of this has been. But I want to ask you about this second autopsy and some of the new information you've learned. What's new here?
The family did have a second autopsy, actually in Tennessee, following the Metro Nashville autopsy from a private individual company that does that. The original autopsy came out just like theirs did, with no obvious signs of trauma, as in weapons, guns or knives, or etc. But they were able to do a little bit more testing on specific items. One thing that threw the family for a loop was, the coroner going on record with a news person in Nashville stating about the lack of water in his lungs. It raises more questions. I'm not a crime drama person by no means, but usually water in the lungs means that, they were alive when they went into the water. So more questions. We hope they're going to get some answers with the toxicology.
Okay, so you guys remember when they were searching for Riley and there was a searcher that got injured, okay? This searcher that was searching for Riley in that area where that debit card was found, this person fell and was injured to the point of they needed medical assistance, all right?
Just hope that this doesn't get swept underneath the rug, because the family deserves more answers than we have.
What about the boots, Chris? Tell us what you've learned in terms of what Riley was wearing and what he wasn't wearing when he was discovered.
Riley, we were told.
I asked Chris personally, people can go commando. Was Riley like a commando goer? And no, he was not. So, when people go out and they don't wear underwear, I'm sure everybody out there has done it before, maybe some more than others, maybe some people do it a lot. But Riley wasn't one of those people. So no pants were on him, no boxers, no briefs, no boots. Now, the question is, did he have a belt on? But his shirt and watch, that was it. No, obviously, a wallet, phone. So the phone's never been recovered, no wallet, no billfold. And again, no pants, boots, underwear, nothing. Nothing besides just literally the shirt. So think about everything you could possibly wear. The only thing that was on Riley was his shirt and a watch. That's it.
Which blew the family away. It actually went out on social media, and I screenshotted it and sent it to our war room, and was like, who in the world is this? Who is releasing this information? Because at the time, certain family members didn't even know about that, which really kind of blew us away. Not sure how they got that information. Once again, one more question. But yeah, unfortunately, the only thing that was found with him, as the police stated in the report, was the watch and the shirt. Everything else was not with him when he was found.
And if you can describe the boots that he was wearing, because that could end up being significant.
His mother was pretty sure they were Justin's, and they were a square nose style cowboy boot, kind of a flat color. Once again, the jeans were, I think, buckle is what the jeans were. We already knew about the Michael Kors billfold. There's specific things that we've been out in front of this entire time looking for in case this did come up. So we're hoping now that maybe that they will come up so we can get more answers.
So his cowboy boots were not on when he was found, and his jeans were not on, and his wallet was missing. Do you know, Chris, if he was wearing a belt?
That I do not know, unfortunately. But in one of the pictures we went back and looked at, I'd always preach to the boys about keeping their billfold in their front pocket. Just to being in clubs, it's real easy to get pickpocketed. And the one picture where the boys are all together outside, if you look in the right front pocket, we're pretty sure that's where he had his billfold. So the billfold should have been secured in his pants. Unfortunately, we don't have those answers right now.
Last time we spoke, you mentioned that police had told the family, this was right after his body was discovered, that there were still some people that they wanted to talk to. We know there's a homeless sort of camp.
Okay, so I'm not interested in the rest of that. But wanted you to hear from Chris. I'm not interested in these homeless people. What I'm actually interested in is I'm going to turn on over here to remember the video that I broke down. I broke down the body cam, okay, from the police officer. And I broke down the Birch camera. And I showed you guys how many car lengths we're talking between where Riley was seen on that body cam, and then that yellow sign that the family was told, hey, this is the last spot that we can, pinpoint him down. And so, and I told you guys it was like a 14 to 13 car lengths is what we're dealing with. Well, we went back to double take some things, and while we were going back to do this, somebody else was doing kind of like the same thing. And now remember, Riley's shirt, it is the two colors are on the front, okay, of the shirt, but actually in the back of the shirt is all black. Okay, it's all black. So it would be something that would be very, very difficult if it's very, very dark and you're talking about you have a black shirt that you're more or less looking at, because if you're looking at it from behind, okay? So I want you guys to, so the Birch video, it starts at 8:59. It's a 2-hour and 30-minute video. So what I was always saying was, it's like if we're watching at the 59-minute mark, that would be like, in a sense, 9:59, okay? If we see it at the 43-minute mark, it's at 9:43. And I was pointing out some vehicles that, especially that white SUV, it did not have its lights on going back. We proved that. But now I want us to focus in on this. So hold on here. We're going to stop share screen. I'm going to be sharing this video first. Let me make it big. Give it a second here, it's loading. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see if I can make it as big as I can over here. All right, this is a little bit zoomed in. Okay. So this is at the 9:59 mark in some seconds, okay? Now, what there is here, and this is why I think it's interesting, right here, you're going to see see what the arrow is? Pay attention to that arrow right there. Now, look over here to the left of the arrow right here. There's a guy that looks back and is waiting, okay? That light that you see, it looks like it's from a phone, all right? So again, this is going to be quick. This is right before the scooter people come. But it looks like this guy turns back and he's waiting. And then a guy is walking out, and then the guy continues in once this guy comes out to then walk off with him. And then you're going to see the scooter people come right into play here at the end. And that little light is like someone has a phone in their hand, okay? And now with that black, that's 100% a person, okay? This is 100% a person. Now, don't know if it's Riley, but this is 100% a person, okay? And they're coming out, so and if I back up the video even more, the guy looks back 2 different times like he's waiting for this person, okay? And what I want to time up is, because we are working diligently to get the body cam, the whole entire body cam, okay, off of that officer, because this body cam from this officer, I clearly see a red Jeep and 2 other vehicles that I don't ever see come through on the Birch video, okay? And the only way that you cannot be coming out across on this Birch video is if you did a U-turn or if you turned in the parking lot. Now, Riley had Snapchat, and he was able to, I want everybody to think about this. If you have, so 9:35, you're kicked out of a bar, okay? And then 9:55 is the last time you're seen. All of this was in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 9:35 p.m. to 9:55 p.m., 20 minutes. Right when you walk up right past here, there's a parking lot right there. There's a parking lot. Okay. Oh, hang on. What it also looks like, and I hate to say this because Riley fell. We saw him fall. What it looks like to me is that someone was walking, okay, and then they fell and they got right back up, because you can see kind of before there's an image moving like right by where that car was right before it, and it's like the person fell and they just got right back up. And now that would be consistent with Riley falling, a different time. It's also consistent with, now, the reason I believe that this could be a potential sighting is because Riley's, all of his back is black, and on the left shoulder / sleeve on the left side, it is also black. Okay. And so it's like he fell and got in her, and pop right back up. Okay. And that little light that we see is a phone light. And so all that you would really see from this angle would be all black. It'd be the black of the back of the shirt, and it would be the back, and it would be the side of the sleeve, which is black. Now, again, is this Riley? Don't know. The thing that would be interesting, though, is the time frame. Because at 9:53, remember, we want to see the body cam and see what the timestamp is on the body cam that we only have so many seconds of. The other thing is I went ahead and got my hands on the CAD notes, which is the radio. Okay. Yeah, you see him. He stands up and gets up and he starts walking with the dude. When you see him, you can see him walk off. But these CAD notes, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this for a second. And I want to share with you guys something else. Again, not saying that this is Riley. Okay. I am saying that is a person. They have black on. It looks like they kind of fell down, but regardless, the timestamps aren't adding up to me. There's time missing. So check this out. We all heard on the body cam that the guy radioed in to talk over the radio. All right. So my question is where? I'll come back to it. Let me get the. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Hold on, I'm loading up the, here we go. All right, so here, anybody that has their phone, take a look at this. If they want to pump in a latitude and longitude, if you can write this down. I'm very curious to see this latitude and longitude, which is 36 latitude, 36.161, and a longitude of negative 86.776. Again, latitude 36.161 and a longitude of negative 86.776. Now, burglary, motor vehicle, location, highway road. Non-Hispanic, non-resident. $39,854. This is that burglary motor vehicle. That's $854. Remember how they said he was like on it had something to do with burglary motor vehicle? Well, just so you guys can see that this was reported 3/9/2024 at 8:54. This was the latitude and longitude. I'm gonna make sure you guys can see that. Okay. This is all I have right now. Okay. See this 3/8/2024 22, so that would actually be 10. See that 10? So if you think about it, 9:59. And then I think incident occurred when it's saying incident reported. I mean, how could something be reported? Why do they think the incident happened here, but it's being reported here? This doesn't make any sense. But I just wanted to show you guys that I think that this is suspect. But this is this motor vehicle thing that they're talking about. So now let's go ahead and take a look at this, which is I want you to hear something. We hear the guy get on the radio to radio in, just like, so these CAD notes. So I found a 9:53, I think. Hold on. didn't know if you guys knew this, but side note, Yale's band could not attend the Final Four big dance tournament. And guess who played for Yale's team during the men's Final Four? Fucking the University of Idaho's band played for Yale. Sorry, I just had a fun fact there. So
one of the best traditions of college sports is, of course, the band. They're the hype factor for every college team. But we learned today one of the school's bands was unable to travel with their team to Spokane for March Madness. So a local band is stepping up. Jordan Smith has the story.
Well, Yale's marching band was unable to travel with their squad here to Spokane, but then U of I's band heard about that, learned the fight song, got on a bus, and is here in Spokane to represent the Yale Bulldogs. Are you guys ready for March Madness? Let's get it!
The Bulldogs band sounds and looks a little different today.
We got a call from our athletics department on Sunday saying, hey, Yale's band couldn't make it. Would the University of Idaho Vandal band like to step in? And it just worked out where we could come up and play.
The sound of Idaho got to work, quickly learning the Yale fight song ahead of their battle with...
All right. So if anybody wants to know why Yale prevailed, it's the fucking Vandal band that was there. That's why they prevailed. Yale upsets Auburn in Spokane with the Vandal band. Anyways, so you know how I try to like to mix it up, and when we're going so hard with stuff, you got to find a nice little balance with it. But there you go, the Vandal band. Small world, huh? Thanks, appreciate that. All right, now, here we go. Listen in on this. Okay, also, do you guys remember hearing at all on that day, 3/8, ever of there being a incident that there was a death of an offender on 3/8? It's saying that the incident occurred at 3/8/2024 at 11:51. You guys hear about that at all? I'm going to show you guys something. Here we go. So there was a dispatch out, incident number 2024, because that's the year, and then it's 01645561. And this is death of offender. It's closed. The investigation's closed. The status, the incident occurred on 3/8/2024 at 11:51. Anybody? Not saying that you guys probably read that, but it's so small, but not I. Nope. Okay. So let's go ahead and write down that incident number, okay? Somebody that's taking notes. Incident number is 2024. That's the year, 2024. And then it's 01645561. And it was a death of offender. So somebody that was committing a crime. There was a death. Anyways, I don't know. The incident was on 3/8/2024 at 11:51 p.m. Okay. 2024. The rest of it was 2024-0164 561. I don't remember hearing anything about that. So next up. Here we go.
$34.70. 3367. You go ahead.
3367. We got a 1045 at 243 Highway 109 North. It's going to be a semi truck pulling a tanker on the right shoulder. He advises he's right next to the Thorntons at that address.
10-4, show me around.
10-4.
65 South, 58 over 6. Tennessee Bravo, Mike Romeo 4425. Black Honda Odyssey minivan.
3523. 28, 1081. I believe this call's going to be 1098 code Florida 3528.
10-4.
It's 87. And Nickel 3. 7. 3524. Call 24. 1088, 840 westbound at this 69 over 4, 840 westbound 69 over 4. It's a metal ladder, 1088. 10-4.
24 westbound at the 66 Bravo Delta November 1171 Gold Toyota blackmail.
I will take that 1088 for straight. 3476. 9811.
3596, 1081.
3596.
65 South, 57 over 4. Tennessee 126 Bravo Juliet Hotel Yankee. Black Nissan Maxima.
10-4.
65 South, 61, Tennessee tag 808, Bravo Juliet Golf Yankee on a black Dodge Ram 1500. 3470. 470. Let me see if there's any units near me or get White House near the 108 traffic stop. I had a standstill and fill down. I'm trying to what's going on, but there's cars getting stuck in the median and trying to turn around. What number hanging west in the 104? 3470.
I can see the backup. There's a multi-vehicle crash at the 98.2. I can see the backup going all the way up to White House.
10-4. 3471 is going to run into it first, but when I passed by, I think right up, going southbound, there was a vehicle stuck in the median.
Okay, so what we're listening to right now is these are called CAD notes. This is the radio notes. Okay, this is them talking back and forth on the radio. So they say that there's an officer that was right out where Riley was. He's caught on body cam. I wanted to listen to these notes, the CAD notes, the radio. It's what this is. to hear this guy when he calls it in over the radio right there at the end of the body cam when it cuts off on us, he is talking into dispatch. Okay? So let's see what we hear in the next batch here that it comes up. That's going to be in a time frame where I think we're looking at. So I believe this first batch is a little bit earlier in the day, like at 3:51 p.m. So here we go. Again, this is Nashville's law enforcement and EMS audio logs, like over the radio.
Vehicle start. To 57.
NCSA. Good. 7 I'm putting CAD out of Tennessee. Yeah. Listen. Yes, sir. The hit's going to be on a 28, same number, but it's going to be a Georgia 28.
Okay, here we go. This is at 9:53 p.m.
97, 35, 27, 97, and the mileage 135, 259.
259 at 2120. 590.
590.
Did you say that 27 was that a
Zoe. 3472, 1016.
472?
En route to the Robertson County Jail, starting mileage 163,864.
County Jail, what?
163,864 at 2122. 28, 28. It's 5060 with Tennessee 627 Bravo Lima Zulu Bravo on a silver pickup truck. Silver.
57, 25 northbound in 108. It's going to be a red commercial vehicle. Car advised vehicle is speeding and bright light vehicles. It's all over the roadway. Last name 25 northbound 108. Nashville, Tennessee Sport. 3527.
3527.
Sherman out to Davis and Milton. Starting mileage 135259.
125259 at 2138. Section 28.
3472, 1097.
1048.
163,866.
163,866 at 2130. 2 signal 21.
492 affirmative.
10-4.
479, 1081.
479.
Highway 41 and Gregory Road, Tennessee 424. Papa Delta, Golf Papa on a black Cadillac XT4.
10-4.
3472.
3472.
Can you advise my 1015 time?
The 2028.
Was there any look on my criminal history?
We're working on it right now.
Well, thank you.
10-4.
337.
337.
NEC, sorry only. My name is Little Bud and Mask.
10-4.
3527, 97.
27.
97, and the miles will be 135261.
35261 at 2137. 3443, signal 21.
Forward.
10-4.
3451, rolling 28.
3451.
It'll be a Tennessee temp tag of Quebec, Tango, November, Charlie. No, excuse me. It'll be Tennessee temp tag of Quebec, Tango, November, Zulu, Charlie, 8, Victor. 451.
Just confirming that was Quebec, Tango, November, Zulu, Charlie, 8, Victor.
10-4.
Coming back not on file.
4, thank you.
3472.
3472.
I apologize. Can you advise my case number, please?
10-4. It's going to be 324-024-648.
10-4, thank you.
You're welcome.
3387.
3387.
Correction on the birthday is April 29, 1991.
10-4, April 29th, 1991.
3479, signal 21. 10-4. Any units in the area, I-65 south at the 76 over 2, 65 south 76.2, reports about a 1057, a matte black or gray Lamborghini traveling at high rates of speeds over 100 miles per hour, I-65 south at the 76 over 2, Nashville 1064. 443, signal 21. 10-4. Disregard.
3424.
3424.
Ollie 98 from the scene, and routes at National DR from 53.
10-4.
3387.
3387.
Y'all get anything to come back on the 27?
I didn't hear anything about any burglary of a vehicle yet. Have you guys?
Disregard.
3424.
3424.
Ollie 98 from the scene, and routes at National DR from 53.
10-4.
3387.
3387.
Y'all get anything to come back on the 27?
3379.
3379.
You moving on to 1045, I-24 west of the 66. It's a 48 mid-state. They hit a Jeep Wrangler, minor damage.
1047.
Call units, stand by for Amber Alert out of Rutherford County. All units, Amber Alert issued out of Rutherford County for a Iris Crumb, black female, 5 foot, 80 pounds, black over brown, date of birth 9/15/2016. Amber Alert issued on behalf of the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office for Iris Crumb. She is a 7-year-old black biracial female, 5 foot tall, 80 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. Was last seen March 1st in the area of Blue Box Trail in the Murfreesboro. Iris is possibly in the company of her non-custodial mother, Kayla Dorada. Dorada is a 30-year-old female, 30-year-old black female, 5'6", 140 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, and currently wanted by the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office for custodial interference and San Diego County Sheriff's Office for felony child abduction. If seen or have any information, please contact the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office. Nashville is 1064. 37.
37.
Not finding anything on that subject.
What they get?
3479, 1081.
79.
Highway 41 and Cary Drive, Tennessee 435, Bravo Hotel, Delta Papa, or Red Charter.
3591.
3590.
We got Polo vehicles south on 55 with a 57 grade.
I sent for your location. What was the rest of that?
We got Polo Lamborghini.
10-4, copy it. I-65 south at the 57, all right.
3590. Got no tag. He's not stopping. Not 1099. Can you inform District 7?
10-4.
480, 107.
3480, 10-4.
3439, 107.
4.
21, 107.
4.
3322.
3322.
107.
10-4.
3367.
3367.
107.
10-4.
3358, 107.
3358, 10-4.
3319, 107.
1910.
3452, signal 25.
3452.
My front camera, ID 107.
51. Or 51.
3451.
Yes, sir. Next route to Boston 46. 2699 Dotsonville Road. Single vehicle versus ditch. No 88.
10-4. Can you log me onto this 81 real fast, please?
Yeah.
Location is Tiny Town and Tobacco Road on a Tennessee 10 tag of Quebec X-ray 1 November uniform Victor November on a white Challenger.
3424.
3424.
I'll be 98, code 1.
10-4.
4.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Be advised, the Hickman County THP units, they're 1099 on foot. They're advised of the subject. They lost contact with him, but he was headed close in the woods area near the 163 eastbound side. I just want to roll over the area if y'all had anybody there. And boy, you can show me around.
Wait, what?
3424. They're 1099 on foot. They're advised of the subject. They lost contact with him, but he was headed close in the woods area near the 163 eastbound side. I just want to roll over there. 3424.
424.
Only 98, code 1.
Yeah, boy.
4. Go ahead. Yes, sir. Be advised, the Hickman County THP units, they're 1099 on foot. They're advised of the subject. They lost contact with him, but he was headed close in the woods area near the 163 eastbound side. I just want to roll over the area if y'all had anybody there. And boy, you can show me around. 3424. Do they have a description of the subject? Yeah, for it's going to be a Hispanic male, black hair, blue jeans, and white hoodie. And boy.
You want?
3451.
I'll be 98, code 3. Can you please put me en route to that 1046?
10-4. Signal 21.
Probably.
10-4.
3598, 21. 598. 65 north of the 68 with Tennessee Bravo Mike Papa 8645 and a black sedan. Chandler.
3385, 107.
Sorry.
Thirty-four, 24.
24.
7th District has 25 with that subject.
10-4. Where's your at?
424. Can you get Dixon County units en route to the 163?
10-4.
Subject's going to be on foot in the woods, running towards the Shell Station 163. 3424.
24.
You can show me how it's 7731 below the woodline behind the Shell gas station.
10-4.
Okay, this was at 11:26 p.m. 11:26 p.m.
Are you about there?
About 30.
That's all right.
10-4.
3532, same traffic.
10-4.
3529.
29.
Being down to the post to drop that in.
10-4. 30 signal 21.
3597, 1081, CMB.
97.
It's going to be 65 south of 69. It's going to be a CMB pulling a orange Schneider trailer. Variable pack.
10-4.
33.
380.
Being route to post for evidence.
10-4.
3451.
451.
Be advised, 4897.
10-4.
3451.
451.
Be advised, the southbound lane will be shut down for less than 30.
10-4.
Jeez. 2053 would be 853. 953. 740. Yeah. Okay, question. Did they say that they ever checked the tempo cameras? Did they ever check the actual hotel cameras? Does anybody know that? Because something that I think is interesting is that when someone's found with no pants on, no underwear on, just their shirt, their watch. I'm just curious to know if they've ever checked those cameras to account when his party was coming back, as in, okay, that's the friend that was staying in his room. Okay, he comes in the hotel at, 1:00 in the morning. And then, we see him leave, or somebody came back at the hotel at, oh, look at this. Somebody did come back at the hotel at, 10. Anybody ever sit down and like go through that footage to see when the people in his group, were coming and going? Not sure if it's ever been done. Again, the other thing is the stuff we were listening to, that's from the CAD notes of 3/8. Okay, 3/8. And I was trying to find when the police officer gets and he radios in and he's calling in and then the camera stops. He's using the radio. That's CAD. Now, why did the frat boys say the last known ping when they call 911? They mention the sheriffs. He pinged the last time at the sheriff's office. Why did they say that? This is like, that's not up for debate. That is fact. The kid that calls in says that they were all on that Snapchat. So they're sharing locations, and that his last known location, because it shows, if you go and look at your Snapchat, if you're sharing with people, and if you're not sharing with people, then you can just still see your own. The one you're currently playing, the one he played before. So, and the 911 call, they specifically say 11 p.m. and they say sheriffs. So now we got the autopsy. We don't have the autopsy, all of it back yet with the toxicology, but we have enough back that we now know that he had no pants on, no underwear on, no boots on, and no water in his lungs, and no trauma. No, now he was basically saying like no stab wounds, no gunshots, things like that. I'm curious to know abrasions or breakage or anything like that. But where are these friends getting this information? Okay. They called 911, and I'm sure they're going to, at that time, they would have still been a time frame of the 24 hours to be able to see that. You get what I'm saying? Like, they would have had that on their phone. So when they were calling that in and they say that, so I want to listen one more time to the 911 call, because now I think it's really, really important that we consider what they're saying. Okay. Again, that would be really strange. Okay. I'll come back to the CAD here in a second.
What's the exact location of your emergency?
Yes, ma'am. I'm at 1740 61st Avenue North, Nashville, Tennessee. I just
61st Avenue North in the Nation's Office of Centennial?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what happened?
My company works on the river. I have just found a dead body. I believe it to be Riley.
Okay. And you said you guys found a dead body?
Yes, ma'am, in the river. We unload barges at this facility,
What does it
and
look
I was
like?
checking around my dock. It's definitely got a person, hair, black shirt, kind of like a white, muddy looking on the front. It's face
That
down in the
black
water.
shirt?
Yes, ma'am.
It's
It's Caucasian.
It looks like a male.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is he right on the what is it called?
Yeah, he's on the front of my work barge. I'm at river marker 184 on the Cumberland River.
You said river marker 184.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, give me 1 second.
And my company has requested only police and rescue personnel only on site.
All right, so I already have this call up. I have it at 1740, 61st Avenue North in the Nation's Office Centennial. What is the name of this? Is there a name on the building or?
Yeah, it's there's a sign out front. It's called Holston.
You said Holston, Holston?
HOLCIM.
Okay. Is he completely submerged, or is he right on that, like the bed? Not the bed, but like is he partially in the water, partially out of the water?
No, he's fully submerged besides his back sticking out of the water. I actually had to move a log off of the head to confirm it was a body.
Okay. I have this call up, and I'm gonna get somebody out there. Okay.
No, all right. I'll meet them up top. I'm gonna make my way up from the river in just a few minutes.
Okay. All right. I'll let you go.
All right. Thank you.
And what happened?
My company works on the river. I have just found a dead body. I believe it to be Riley.
That wasn't the 911 call that I wanted to listen to, but wow. Log on top. I had to move the log. All right, so hang on 1 second here. That's not what I wanted either. Okay, yeah, no. 1 second here. Yep, I agree with no water, but being in the lungs. Oh, this is taking forever.
And 24 seconds.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Hi, I don't have an address. I'm trying to file a missing persons report, and the Central Police is closed, and the sheriff's office said that we couldn't do it there.
Okay, so where exactly are you now?
We're in front of the Central Police, how do you say that? Precinct? How do you say that? Precinct. The Central Police Precinct on...
Okay, there, 601 Korean Veterans Boulevard and downtown
Yeah.
like right across from the city center?
Yeah.
Okay, and is that where you're able to wait for a police officer to come and speak to you?
Yeah, we can...
So, Riley obviously had to get to Nashville. Who did Riley drive with? What kind of cars were these people driving? Nobody from the fraternity has spoke out. But I want to know, fuck them speaking out, what kind of cars did they drive down there in? What car did Riley drive in? Did he even have a car? Did he ride? How did they get down there? Did they bus? Did they have a bus? So they took a bus. So then how did these kids get to the police precinct? Did they take an Uber? So nobody had a car.
You can wait for an officer here.
Okay, what's the phone number you're calling from?
Oh, my phone?
Yes, in case we needed to reach you back, what is the best number to reach you at? And what is your name, sir?
Braden, Brayden.
And your last name?
Baltz.
Okay. And who is it that you're wanting to report as missing?
We're here on a fraternity formal trip. It's one of my good buddies.
Okay. What is his name?
His name is Riley Strain. Riley, Riley, Strain, Strain.
Okay. Is he white, black, Hispanic, Asian?
He's white. 22-year-old, 6'5", blonde.
Okay. And what was he last seen wearing?
Outside of Luke Bryan's bar last night at like 10, and then the last time his location on his phone was by the sheriff's office at like 11 p.m.
Okay, and what color clothing was he last seen wearing?
Okay, so hear me out. If he in fact wasn't on any device as being there and that's his last ping, okay, then isn't it all possible that the reason they're saying 11 p.m. by the sheriff's department, could that at all possibly be where somebody was with him? So where somebody was with him, but were any of these kids asked to show their Snapchat? Because here, I'm friends with Riley. He shares locations with me. Here it is. You know what I mean? This is like, boom, done deal. You would show that because they did no searches around this. And I believe that the sheriff's department they're talking about is the sheriff's personnel department, which is right close to your tempo, right? So again, nobody is talking about this. This kid says it in his 911 call that Riley's last ping, which he doesn't even say the word ping. He says last location, which is something that you share on Snapchat. So they looked at his Snapchat, or they looked at their own Snapchat because they're friends with him, and you can see on your little map when you're sharing locations with people, you're going to see where his phone was.
Phone was by the sheriff's office at like 10, and then the last time his location on his phone was by the sheriff's office at like 11 p.m.
Okay, and what color clothing was he last seen?
I mean, when in the Idaho 4 case, when they did subpoenas and search warrants for Snapchat, I mean, how quickly could you get that back? You would have his location, you would have his last known location. But why are these kids saying that he is his last location? His phone. Let's listen to that one more time.
Phone was by the sheriff's office.
By the sheriff's office.
And what was he last seen wearing?
Outside of Luke Bryan's bar last night at like 10.
Okay. Is he white, black, Hispanic, Asian?
He's white. 22-year-old, 6'5", blonde.
Okay. And what was he last seen wearing?
Outside of Luke Bryan's bar last night at like 10. And then the last time his location on his phone was by the sheriff's office at like 11 p.m.
Okay. And what color clothing was he last seen wearing?
He's wearing jeans, boots, and a half black shirt, half brown, light brown.
Okay. And you said it last showed outside the sheriff's department?
Like around that area by the river, by the sheriff's department over there.
By the river. That's interesting to me. By the river.
Okay.
Like around that area by the river, by the sheriff's department over there. Boots and a half black shirt, half brown, light brown.
Okay. And you said it last showed outside the sheriff's department?
Like around that area by the river, by the sheriff's department over there.
Okay. Just so you guys know, the sheriff's department, I would never be saying the river. I would never be like, but maybe they're trying to explain what sheriff's department they're talking about. But now I know for a fact they're talking about the personnel building, and which is right before you would get to your tempo. But if this wasn't pinging on his phone with his parents' Life 360 and it didn't have him up over there, then how could it be on your Snapchat over there? And like to say, we came over here, like, I mean,
Okay. Does he have any life-sustaining medications or disabilities?
No.
And what is, you said he has a phone, so it's a cell phone, right?
Yeah, it's an iPhone 15 Pro Max.
What is the number?
But it's hold on. Give me 1 second. I got you.
iPhone 15 Pro Max. I mean, fuck, that's pretty descriptive.
All right, you ready?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you what phone Bella has. I would
You
know
said the last four were 4198?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
You said the last four were 4198?
Yes.
Okay. And are you going to be waiting there at the door of the precinct, or are you going to be waiting in your car?
I mean, yeah, we're at the front door of the precinct.
Okay. I've got the call sent there at the Central Precinct, 601 Korean Veterans Boulevard in downtown, right across the Music City Center. We'll get an officer out to you as soon as we can. Please call us back if something changes before they arrive. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. Like I say, just call us back if something changes before they arrive.
That's fine.
All right.
We'll be here.
You.
That's fine. Nobody says, okay, thank you. Like, what? Okay. Like, are these kids, like, not with it? How do you not know what a precinct is and you're a senior in college? I'm sorry, but that's just wild to me. Like, maybe they're just still dazed and confused, but from their partying. But I have no problem saying this. There's just because they didn't drive in cars there doesn't mean that they couldn't have Ubered to be like, you know, if Riley was on the phone talking to somebody to come pick him up, and so you Ubered, like to, okay, hey, I need an Uber to this area. Now, I'm not gonna lie. If I get back to my hotel, Riley's not there, and I'm his roommate, like nobody checked their locations. Like, let's think like a 20 to a 22-year-old. When you got who was sharing a room with him, when they got back to their room, they're not like, Riley's not here, or let me just look at my locations. Like, you're always on your phone, like, let's see where he's at. You know what I'm saying? So would you have been like, holy shit, dude, I think Riley's in fucking jail. I think he's in jail. Like, that would have woke my ass up if I'm like looking on my locations. It's like, wait, where's this? Holy shit, guys, look at Riley's in fucking jail. I would be thinking he was in jail. Holy shit, dude, he's in fucking jail, man. We have to go down there. Like, we got to go over. I can't go. I'm too drunk. I'm like, but you would get back to the hotel room. You would see like that your boy is not there, right? And maybe none of his stuff was disturbed. Or like he like changed into like pajamas or something, whatever the fuck you'd wear. But we're always on our phones before we go to bed. Like, we're texting and doing whatever. Like, hey, dude, where are you? Hey, wherever. And then you would realize if he has an iPro 15 Max, blah, blah, blah. If I send a message and it's fucking goes green to somebody that I know has an iPhone, then their phone's dead, right? But then I go on, okay, Snap to check their locations. I would have been like zooming in and be like, oh my God, wait, what is this? Where is he at? I mean, thank you, Kenny. Have a good night there, love. It's just, and like, I'm sorry, but there's one thing about like, okay, this kid couldn't walk. None of y'all are going to walk him back or like make sure that he gets into an Uber to like take him home. Like, he doesn't need to be going anywhere. And so they like knew how messed up he was, because those videos are right on him basically right after he leaves the bar. And that's his condition. This isn't somebody that just like got kicked out because he was being a dick. And like, you know, that's not what that's not the case. I'm sorry, but you're and then so you know he's in that condition. So then when you get back to your hotel room and you see that he's not there, you're gonna sit here and tell me that like you're not thinking at all like where he's at. Not a single person. And then when you woke up in the morning, oh my God, looks like he's gonna be in jail. Holy shit. Like, and these idiots still think it's a sheriff's office. Last time being at the sheriff's department. Well, it wasn't a sheriff's, it was I mean, it was, but it's not. And then why would you associate the sheriff's department with the river? Is it because you know he's in the river and you're telling on yourself? I think it's very, very interesting to listen to that part when they're trying to describe. I would not be like, I wouldn't be mentioning the river at all. The fuck are you mentioning the river for? I'd be giving the address of where it was.
And then the last time his location on his phone was by the sheriff's office at like 11 p.m.
Okay, and I think that someone needs to ask themselves this. If and in fact that's not true, and he was never over there, and if that could have never been seen because your stuff's going to stay up for 24 hours, right? How long is your location show? Your last location on Snap?
I have nobody use my location.
I don't even fucking...
Secret. Nobody knows.
Snappy snap. I mean...
You know that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see how long your location would... Put yourself on the map. Choose to share location with all your friends or just a few besties.
Don't do it. Ask chat. They might know.
But yes, I'm looking, okay, like this person's sharing their locations with me. Her name. I won't say her name. But it says that 10 hours ago, this broad was on Minnesota Ave. Like legit, like I want to, this broad was on Minnesota Ave, like literally tells me exactly, like, fuck it, she's in a house on Minnesota Ave 10 hours ago. Okay, like this shit is crazy. So if in fact he was sharing on Snapchat, right? Now, let me see another person that's on here. Let's go to Clown Cone and what is this? Who's this person? No idea who that is. These people sharing locations with me. Have you guys ever seen this? I mean, so, but I would be okay. So I'm looking at a map here. I'm trying to find a body of water. Okay. So here, there's like water running through my map. Where is it? There it is. See that water right there? Let's go like this. Look at that. All right. So that's not how you would do it though. Because this chick is all the way over here, right? And so I just know where I would just zoom in and it says 10 hours ago, like inside this house. Like it's just like it's right, it's that accurate. So you just, I don't know, you just would never do that. And then so the people that knew where Riley was at all times were like his people. His people like would have known like is like. I mean, when I'm talking about like it doesn't just put you in like some like. If this bitch is in someone's house right now, like literally 10 hours ago and hasn't moved. She's in the back porch. 10 hours ago. So wherever Riley was, it would have said, 9 hours ago, 3 hours ago. And so can you imagine if I look at this in this building right here? Look at that. Can you imagine if that building said sheriff's office on it or department?
Creaking.
You should see how I have these people saved in here. Sorry. So I would never say this broad is a house. Oh, this broad's on Minnesota Street by the river. Fuck. No, I would never say that. I would say this is the last one that says this is their last location. It tells me how many hours ago they were there. Who else is sharing locations with me? This is from like 4 years ago. Okay, Andrew. Where you at, Andrew? 6 hours ago, Andrew. Oh my God, he's on East Gay Street 6 hours ago, literally at Top Kitchen Cocktails.
Wait, is that in Tennessee though?
No, there's a gay street in Columbus. So East Gay Street, good old Andrew here, 6 hours ago, Tip Top Kitchen and Cocktails. Like, you're right on it. Snapchat map in Nashville has a label for a sheriff's office where his friends. Yeah, that's exactly. But you would never say when you're looking at this map, if you're actually like looking at it, I would never zoom out and say, oh, it's by the river. Let me find somebody that's by the water. Okay, look it. I'm going to show you guys. The Scioto is where Joey LeBeau went missing. Same situation. Okay, this is a Scioto. Oh, God bless it. Damn it. You guys can see that river. Okay, there's the river. You see that person right there? Now zoom on out. Oh, there's Andrew right there. See his ass? See that little shit? Okay. I would never say Andrew is by the river. I would zoom in and say Andrew is at Tip Top Kitchen and Cocktails, and he was there and last there 6 hours ago. I would never say that Andrew was by Tip Top over there by the river. I would never say that. Even though, like, legit, he is right by the Scioto. And in fact, I would have already been at that point before I called that I would have hit on it, had the address. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would never be saying, I would never be giving water as a location. Because those, where they were staying, guys, they were not even by the water. They were up. Okay. So I would be saying, yeah, the sheriff's office, downtown Nashville. I would not be saying, yeah, I would not know that does not say precinct. I mean, I would know what precinct is. And if I was 22 years old, educated college student, and I would be saying, yeah, I would be able to tell you how many hours ago. I would be able to say, I'd be able to give you a specific, okay? And I would be able to say how many hours, because everybody talks in that term with Snapchat. What the fuck is this map? Who else I got on here? Who's this broad? Oh, it's me. like if you were on mine, you would say, okay. I'm not sharing my locations. It just has you always on it. Like you're one of your people. I don't even use Snapchat. Oh, okay, here. Who's this? Mike. Okay, 7 minutes ago. Mike. 7 minutes ago, I can zoom in. He's a drinker. I know he's at a bar. Mike's at his house right now, 7 minutes ago. Now, is there a way to go so I would know, okay, and it's literally I can zoom in and it says the street, so I would never call the police and be like, oh my God, Mike, he's over there by the Red Door Tavern. No, I would say he's on his street and he was at his house. The Sayota is all by this. I would just never say that they're by the water. Let's listen to that one more time. That exact phrase. It's wild. And I'd be thinking that my friend got arrested. I'd be calling around thinking that my friend got arrested. And they're calling for missing persons. I'd be thinking that he was arrested.
Phone was by the sheriff's office at 11 p.m.
Did you say by the sheriff's office? They would have totally screenshot that.
Okay, and what color clothing was he last seen wearing?
And where they come up with 11 p.m. Right. Because it doesn't say a time like that, guys. It says how many hours ago. Is that why they said so what the fuck time did you call? Well, and what the fuck hour did it say? How many hours ago was it? They probably don't know. So but that's how I would be saying it to the
10 hours ago.
I would be saying, well, we share locations on Snapchat. So I zoomed in and it says this street and it's in the middle of nothing. And it's on this street and it says how many hours ago? It says 7 hours ago, 10 hours ago, 12 hours ago. That's what you would do. I mean, wouldn't you? How would you are you trying to do the math?
Yeah, they're trying to do the math.
And how can you not do the fucking math right?
How can you not say precinct? Not to be mean, but how do you not know that says precinct? I'm not trying to be mean.
And why are you associating it with the water?
In my limited abilities of statement analysis, as soon as they come out, I said they're giving me away. He's in the water. That's where I said he's in the water. And it was for that statement. I didn't know anything about it.
You guys, I would have thought, and when you get back to a room and nobody's there, my friend isn't there. My good buddy, my frat brother.
Your brother.
My frat brother. I mean, he's not there. None of his stuff has been touched. Now, if none of these kids try to call him, because they would all have outgoing calls on their phones. And what I was told is that they all lawyered up, which I have no problem with you lawyering up. But you should be working with and through your lawyer to go find your friend. And so everybody wants to talk about, okay, the homeless people and this and that and whatever. Well, there's also other people out there that actually had that kid GPS'd and would know in a second where he was. So if he was talking to anybody and trying to he would have made no sense because he can barely talk. He could barely walk, right? And then wouldn't you have looked at your phone and be like, where is this fucking kid? Where's our buddy? God, where's he walking towards? It's not even where, dude, you're going the wrong way. Where are you going? Our hotel is the other way. Look at what do you? No, dude, I have it in the phone. I got it. I'm following it. I got it. But this was so early. This all happened within 20 minutes. I was talking to Scott Roeder tonight, and he said, well, Lana, I really want you to start looking around, and I want you to find any smiley faces on any of the stuff around the area. Because this person is very... his condition and everything with it doesn't it? Yeah, this screams what happened to your boy Joey LaBute in Columbus. And Scott Roeder, he's going to be on with me tomorrow night. He does not believe that the current was strong enough to be ripping off his pants, his underwear, his boots. I asked him about the dry drowning. He said, fuck no.
I've never heard of dry drowning while you're drowning.
Yeah.
It's usually a secondary thing, like it's, I don't know.
He was interested in the whole, like, the cameras, how he's on the body cam, and then there's this other camera that should be catching him. And so he likes how I have that all narrowed down. But he says that Riley meets the MO of somebody that would be taken advantage of, like the young, heavily intoxicated, white males from 17 to 30.
So also in Tennessee was the Summer Wells case, and they also said there was a potential, people had theorized the same thing of being like, oh, this was a dry drowning.
So I think everybody needs to go back to what these kids are talking about. Where do these kids see this whole 11? Does it make sense that they were just trying to count, hours back, and they realize, but for them to say the sheriff, okay, that's really interesting to me. Super interesting. They're saying that, and that's legit right before you get to your tempo. And it's very interesting that they would characterize where his phone was with the river. And in fact, do they say the river or do they say the water?
I don't know, listen to it again and words.
Okay. And what was he last seen wearing?
Outside of Luke Bryan's bar last night at like 10, and then the last time his location on his phone was by the sheriff's office at like 11 p.m.
Okay, and what color clothing was he last seen wearing?
He's wearing jeans, boots, and a half black shirt, half brown, light brown.
Okay, and you said it last showed outside the sheriff's department?
Like around that area by the river, by the sheriff's department over there.
Why? By the river.
Okay. Does he have any life-sustaining medications or disabilities?
He says how he puts river in between how he says if he was
Okay.
outside the square.
Does he have any life-sustaining medication?
Not that part.
Around that area by the river, by the sheriff's department over there.
He says by that area. Now it's by that area.
Okay, and you said it last showed outside the sheriff's department?
Like around that area by the river, by the sheriff's department over there.
Why wouldn't you just say yes? Why wouldn't your answer be yes?
Because
yeah.
In my opinion, only speaks of guilty.
There was a question. The question was, now you said out by the sheriff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why would it be anything more than yes? If you think about it. Because he didn't give any more of a description before that. So why are you
I'm going to go back to my first initial thing of when I heard that steady state analysis that I told that he's in the river. That's what it would tell me. Listening to that, I'd be like, he's in the river. Guilty, in my opinion, guilty knowledge. That's all. Statements, words have meanings.
Outside the sheriff's, and he wanted to know. Yeah. It's also his phone last showed versus our phone.
Okay, and you said it last showed outside the sheriff's department?
Like around that area by the river, by the sheriff's department over there.
Over there. Go to the beginning when he's.
AIN.
When he.
We're here on a fraternity formal trip. It's one of my good buddies.
Asian?
He's white. 22-year-old, 6'5", blonde.
Okay. And what was he last seen wearing?
Outside of Luke Bryan's bar last night at like 10, and then the last time his location on his phone was by the sheriff's office at like 11 p.m.
Okay, and what color clothing was he last seen wearing?
He also talks about like his phone, like the last location on his phone versus like my phone show. Like I'd be describing how I know this about him. You know what I'm saying? I would say we share locations on Snapchat. Snapchat had him like you get what I'm saying? But listen to how he says this. Like it's like his.
And what was he last seen wearing?
Outside of Luke Bryan's bar last night at like 10, and then the last time his location on his phone was by the sheriff's office at like 11 p.m.
Okay, and what color clothing was he last seen wearing?
He's wearing jeans, boots, and a half black shirt, half brown, light brown.
Okay, and you said it last showed outside the sheriff's department?
Like around that area by the river, by the sheriff's department over there.
By the river.
In that area.
That's whack.
They just need to go back to the beginning.
But I'm telling you guys though, the thing that's interesting though is that it's not. Snapchat is so specific that you would zoom in, like I just showed y'all, and you'd be able to say exactly the streets, everything. Everything. Like this would not be, you would not be saying over there somewhere, like, what the fuck are you talking about over there? No, you have the exact fucking location. I literally see exactly the room that basically Mike is in and sleeping in his house. Okay, because you're part of this, part of that. Okay. And he knows that Riley has an iPhone 15 Pro Max. Where's that part?
Number to reach you at. Okay. And is that where you're able to wait for a police officer to come and speak to you?
Yeah, we can wait for an officer here.
Okay. What's the phone number you're calling from?
Of my phone?
Yes. In case we needed to reach you back, what is the best number to reach you at?
What do you mean?
Because I don't share my location. Who's sharing it with me?
And what is your name, sir?
Braden, Brayden.
And your last name?
Baltz.
Okay. And who is it that you're wanting to report as missing?
We're here on a fraternity formal trip. It's one of my good buddies.
Okay. What is his name?
His name is Riley Strain. Riley, Riley, Strain, Strain.
Okay. Is he white, black, Hispanic, Asian?
He's white. 22-year-old, 6'5", blonde.
Okay. And what was he last seen wearing?
Outside of Luke Bryan's bar last night at like...
Where is he talking about his phone?
Exactly are you now?
The Central Police is closed, and the sheriff's office said that we couldn't do it there.
Okay, so where exactly are you now?
We're in front of the Central Police, how do you say it? Precinct? How do you say that? Precinct. The Central Police Precinct on...
Okay, there's 601 Korean Veterans Boulevard and downtown Nashville, right across from the Music City Center?
Yeah.
Okay. And is that where you're able to wait for a police officer to come and speak to you?
Yeah, we can wait for an officer here.
Okay. What's the phone number you're calling from?
Of my phone?
Yes, in case we needed to reach. at the door of the precinct, or are you going to be?
All right, you ready?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
198.
Yes.
Okay. And are you going to be waiting there at the door of the precinct, or are you going to be waiting in your car?
I mean, yeah, we're at the front door of the precinct.
Okay. I've got the call sent there at the central precinct.
Where do they talk about his phone at?
Yeah.
Full light product calls from the Music City Center. What's the
46 and
one? What is the address of your emergency?
Hi. I don't have an address. I'm trying to file a missing persons report, and the central police, is closed, and the sheriff's office said that we couldn't do it there.
Where exactly are you now?
We're in front of the central.
It's the best number to reach you. And who is it that you're wanting to report as missing?
ILEY.
Asian.
He's white. 22-year-old, 6'5", blonde.
Okay. And what was he last seen wearing?
Outside of Luke Bryan's bar last night at like 10, and then the last time his location on his phone was by the sheriff's office at like 11 p.m.
Okay, and what color clothing was he last seen wearing?
He's wearing jeans, boots, and a half black shirt, half brown, light brown.
Okay, and you said it last showed outside the sheriff's department?
Like around that area by the river, by the sheriff's department over there.
Where the fuck is when he talks about his phone? No, he talks about his iMax Pro 15. What he has.
Okay. Does he have any life-sustaining medications or disabilities?
No.
And what is, you said he has a phone, so it's a cell phone, right?
Okay, right here.
Yeah, it's an iPhone 15 Pro Max.
What is the number?
But it's hold on.
He was about to say something, but it's
Give me 1 second. I got
he was about to
you.
say something right there. But it's not working, but it's not on. He was about to say that. Listen to this right there after he gives us a description of it. He was about to say.
But it's
right there.
Hold on.
Right here.
You said he has a phone, so it's a cell phone, right?
Yeah, it's an iPhone 15 Pro Max.
What is the number?
But it's hold on.
But he was about to say, but it's and then I think probably one of his buddies probably hit him.
No, he said, hold on, he got distracted by the other question. But he might be saying, but it's turned off.
Yeah, he was about to talk about that it's not working.
In my opinion, that's what he might have said. Like it's off now.
But it's oh, let me get you that. How does he know that it's an iPhone Pro Max 15?
Yeah, that trips.
Was he like with him when he bought it? I mean, fuck. I still wouldn't remember what the fuck you had. I would know that you have an iPhone 15 or 14 or 13. You know, I wouldn't iPhone Pro Max. And these must be crazy.
And what is, you said he has a phone, so it's a cell phone, right?
Yeah, it's an iPhone 15
Is this
Pro
guy an
Max.
idiot? So it's a cell phone, or he has a phone, right? So it's a cell phone, right? What the fuck? What phone could it be if it's not a cell phone? What the fuck kind of question is that? What the fuck is wrong with these people?
How do they know? How does he
God, start paying people more money.
He's
Get some
6'5".
fucking people that know what the fuck they're doing.
But he's not even 6'5", but he knows it's a max. Isn't he 6'7"? He doesn't know his height. but he knows that what exact kind of phone he has. I can't even tell you what your iPhone number is. I don't know if you have a 13, 14, 15, 16, or 20. I have no clue.
What is the number?
But it's hold on. Give me 1 second. I got you.
I would just like to see that. I would love to see the surveillance from the Tempo Hotel to see what time everybody came back, then what time people left in the morning to go looking for him. What time this call had happened. I want to see people's Ubers, their receipts on their Ubers, because it will show, if you got an Uber in the middle of the night, if you got an Uber, I'm telling you, I would have thought that my friend was arrested. And I would have made a big deal about it. And I would have said, holy shit, look at where Riley's fucking, look at his location. I don't know. I guess it's just like a different age, different time, but I don't know. It's the newest iPhone, so maybe he just got it and he was showing it off. I mean, sure, yeah, I guess, but they're saying 11. They're saying the sheriff's, and they're associating the sheriff's office with water. And let me tell you something, that's not what you would do. If anybody knows Snapchat, which I just broke it down, your ass zooms in and you know exactly where that would be. Period. Like, there's no questions asked. Like, no questions asked. I don't know. Somebody sent me 2 videos. I have no idea what they are, but let's see. Radio clips. Hi, is there a message? Okay, 12:50 and 8:09 is the other folder. They talk about the death of a suspicious. Okay, I want to go back and listen one last time before I hang out this up. We're going to check and listen to at 12:50 a.m. It's actually on 8:09 because it goes into. The iPhone 15 Pro battery is very good and can go for hours. Yeah.
Yeah, and they said he had full battery when it died. Not full battery, but good battery when it died. Or was churned. It was like churned off or died.
Yeah, that's no other evidence.
Okay. I will show this just because I would never be associating, though, the sheriff's office and saying, over there by the river, by the river. I'd be saying, this is where, I share locations with Snapchat. It had him X amount of hours ago at this location, period. That's what you would, and something like this would sober you the fuck up. Like, but the kid doesn't even know what precinct is. I mean, come on. University of Missouri is failing these kids. I want my money back. Let's see. Oopsies. Okay, here we go. I got so many public requests out.
they saw them was also play at this time, according to the examination. I want to say to the family, my hard tips as of yesterday that we were vetting out. So at this time, the family's been notified. There will be an autopsy, more than likely sometime today, and we'll have a little bit further from that.
How freaky that she has the smiley face all on the background of her phone right there. How fucking weird is this? Who is this girl in the starter jacket that just shows up to this fucking press conference out of nowhere? Okay, he's doing the press conference.
No, that's going
Right.
An object from the river. They noticed what appeared to be Riley strain pop up.
Okay, so then this girl, a minute goes by, or 30 seconds go by, a minute goes by. Now here's this girl that just pops in with a starter jacket, roll tide over here, Alabama. She just comes right up. Look at how close this gets. Okay, watch this.
I want to say to the family,
Watch.
heart and prayers go out to you all for this very unfortunate and tragic incident. We received nearly 200
What?
tips.
I mean, is this for real?
Vetting out. So at this
Wait, do you understand how that was just clipped? I mean, is
Yes.
this for real?
I'm so confused.
Is this like, did somebody just
Wait,
make this
yeah,
up?
did
But look
someone
at,
just
look at,
put
look
it
at, look at, look at. This isn't, look at.
incident. We received nearly 200 tips as of yesterday that we were vetting out. So at this time, the family's been notified. There will be an autopsy, more than likely sometime today, and we'll have a little bit further from that point. Thank you. Accidentally. Yeah, there's no other evidence that suggests anything other than we have reports that normally under these circumstances with his height and weight that he could have surfaced between 14 and 20 days. This is the 14th day, so we were really expecting anytime soon to find him. In fact, our search teams are going to put in the water here this morning and then search from this point.
You guys, what the? But this, look at this video. It's cut. Look at this. 56 seconds. Watch. She's fine. She's normal. Now watch.
Unfortunate and
Look at
tragic
this.
incident.
Look at, that's a clip. Like, you cannot have your hands down. This is no movement. Who the fuck made this video?
Right,
Is this
what's
really
the
from
original?
Chicago 7?
Well, what's the original? Go back to the original video and see where it originated. It's definitely cut, but like obviously.
Who edited this shit?
But it looks like they put her in like an SNL skit. Like, it's
Like, is this
weirdest
for
thing.
real? Did they just make her doing this?
Yeah, like, did she put herself in there and send it out? It's really bizarre. I'm sorry.
Wait, is this one of the searchers that found the card? Please tell me this is.
Wait,
it was
somebody
clipped. Did
said-
you notice how the film cut when she brought the phone up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was totally
No.
cut. So who made this?
Someone
This
said
isn't
it-
true. I don't believe this is.
Someone said who she is up there.
Who the fuck made
That
this?
She's just really obsessed with searching for Riley. Somebody in your chat said that.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the presser that I did.
Yes.
Okay, let's go see if it's there because I was live with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is
No,
we're
but first listen to what he says because it cuts like two different sentences.
yeah, but we're just gonna go to mine, then we'll come back to that because that's just some fucked up shit right there. I'm good on all that, dude. What the fuck's wrong with people, man? If mine's different, I'm gonna get rowdy. Get straight rowdy in here. They're gonna know that I'm here.
Is that? Did somebody send you that?
Yeah. Like, I don't got no time for that shit. Okay. Let's go to my latest, which was, oh God. I did that with, not that one. Right here. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh God, no, it's real. Holy shit. But it's there, like it's. Okay, here. Oh God. Okay, here. Leanna, she follows the officer to his car first. I'm well aware.
Oh my God.
I'm well aware she's a psychopath.
Let's go out to you all.
Okay, so here.
What appeared to be Riley Strain
Yes.
pop up. The fire department was called in, retrieved the body from the river. The medical examiner's office reviewed the body, and we've confirmed that it is Riley Strain.
Okay, now just
The family has been contacted.
I stream this
there are
live.
no signs of foul play at this time, according to the examination here at the riverbank. Mr. Strain still had the shirt on that he was wearing, still had the watch, and other identifying factors that helped us identify who he is.
Here she comes.
I want to say
He didn't say the
to
phone.
the family, my heart and prayers go out to you all for this very unfortunate and tragic incident. I also want to say thank you to the Nashville community and the Outpoint community of the Outpoint support from the community in trying to help us locate Mr. Strain.
What's she doing?
I also want to say thank you to
Get it up, girl.
the USAR team and to the
She
fire
goes.
department
Look
and
how
OEM,
excited she is.
CRA, and everyone else, and including the
Look at-
media for everything that
she
you've
can't
done,
stop.
for the countless tips that came in. We received nearly 200 tips as of yesterday that we
Look
were
at her.
vetting out.
It has some
So
faces on it.
at
Yeah,
this
it's all
time,
smiley
the family's
faces.
been notified. There will be an autopsy, more than likely sometime today, and
It's
we'll
maybe
have
anyone
a little
can
bit
believe
further
why.
from that point. So, thank you.
Is there any other additional evidence that points you to the theory that it seems like we've been going after for a while now? It's just that
Look at her mouth. Look at her mouth.
Yeah, there's no other evidence that suggests anything other than we have reports that normally under these circumstances with his height and weight that he could have surfaced between 14 and 20 days. This is the 14th day, so we were really expecting anytime soon to find him. In fact, our search teams was going to put in the water here this morning.
She does get through.
So we've just heard from the chief of the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department, Chief John Drake, stating that no foul play, confirming Riley Strain's body was found in the Cumberland River in West Nashville.
What did she do?
So it happened in the 7 a.m. hour local time. Workers on the river were removing an...
No way am I going to listen to that. What the fuck is she doing?
Why wouldn't she have had her phone out? It's really bizarre. Like, what are you gonna do? Just why wouldn't you?
Okay, dude, she's freak. I want to interview her. Hey, girl, what do you think happened? What do you think happened, girl? I had to replay the mouth. I mean, her mouth is just woo. Damn. All the smiley faces on her phone, yeah. I mean, wow. Strange. Let's see. Okay, let's see what this one is. I got another incoming message. Let's see what this. Somebody wants me to see this one. Let's see. Oh, God.
You have an Instagram or any social? Yeah, DC3 Direct.
What is that? Who is this man? No idea. Valerie, what are your videos about? Like, they're coming in like little pieces. It's like you're chopping up some body parts and sending them to me here, girl. But I'm going to take a look at this Latin longitude, and then I'm going to call it.
To New York I've done a bunch of films up at Terry's 45 Mill Street up and down the Colorado. Being able to breathe about.
Okay, so let's take a look at. All right, so this is the the Latin longitude. Sixth Ave North Church. Sixth. One more look at Google Maps, Google Earth. Damn. Over in that area. Over in that area. Over by the sheriff's department. You said it was outside the sheriff's department? Over by that area, by the river. Damn. I cannot believe this all happened in like legit 20 minutes flat. 9:35. And then 9:55. No, I think he knew exactly where he was walking. I think he thought he was walking right here to the your tempo. Oopsies. Right there. Your tempo, and then right there's the sheriff's. Like they're right there. Fuck. Again, sheriffs right there. And then like the your tempo versus the hotel, which is tempo, a hotel, which is over there. And see, to me, what's just fucking interesting as all get out is check this out. Is you're in the middle, so like this is where your hotel was. And if you back all the way out, like you're like all the places that you went to on Broadway, it didn't bring you down with the river at all. So like the sheriff's office in downtown Nashville, like the sheriff's office over by the river. Like what? I don't know, guys. I think that that's whack. I don't know. I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting when you look at the big scheme of things that I would never be saying that by the water, by the river. You know, we're like in the middle, like I want to read these kids' I want to read their statements. It should be a closed case. We should be able to get our hands on it. I want to see what's on that in the books. One more time. Where's this at again? Yeah, right there. Tempo by Nashville, or by Hilton Nashville downtown. And then you're right, dead smack in the middle. And they were never, like they just walked. They came right out here and they walked right down here. They were never even by anything by the water. And what are the odds that you have cameras all over and he legit goes missing in an area? Remember I told you guys this? In an area that somebody would know does not have coverage. Now, I don't think the frat kids would know that, okay? They don't know that there's no cameras there. But cops would know that and criminals would know that.
Well, or that red building does have, that red brick building does have footage. They just haven't obtained it.
They were trying to say that it doesn't record or some shit.
Again.
What are the odds? What are the fucking odds? Again, law enforcement and an opportunistic criminal would know that there's that area right there. But then think about this. That's also fucking crazy. Is that you have to immediately secure, because didn't his watch stop pinging too? Or was his watch, were they not even able to use his watch for pings? Because wasn't that if the watch wasn't connected that way? So that would make sense. But you would have to get his phone right away and destroy it. Turn it off and destroy it like right away. Because it's not seen past this unless law enforcement doesn't have all the data.
But isn't that what they said is within like no time after being on body cam is when the phone lasts.
No, fuck their body cam. Their body cam shit.
No, but
that news station can kiss my fucking ass.
But that would suggest a very tight time frame. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that's super tight. But I'm saying like, yeah, how many things have to go completely right, or something got buried because something has to go completely right now. Trust me, the cops definitely have a say in this, because you can't have your town being known that, hey, frat guys are supposed to be, tall, blonde, handsome, strong, you're not going to want to go and hang out in this area if people are getting like mugged and beat up and robbed, and then no one's going to want to come to your town. So they have every reason to keep this as a accidental, whatever. There's a shit ton of money behind this. Cannot be a foul play type that's going to cost us. Bye-bye.
It could be like lazy work also. Just like where is so there's no footage at that red brick building.
If he falls right where they're talking about, dude would be all busted up. Number one. Number two, that's where the guy fell and needed all that assistance that night go ask that guy how he's feeling. Looks like he went a couple rounds with Mike Tyson. And there's no. And I think that your pants would still be on. And I think that your underwear would still be on. And I think that your boots would still be on if that happened. So just think of all of these things. When you want to talk about, it's not just we're talking about one thing. We're talking about all the things going perfectly right since someone snatched you up. And everybody knows now that Riley's missing, and then we can put him then in the water. Just like that girl that was found in the fucking water. What about her? Who was the girl that was found before Riley? What's her name? Is she still a Jane Doe? Who was that girl that was found before Riley was found? She was a Jane Doe, I thought. Again, wait, where did you hear the underwear? I talked specifically to Chris. Chris gave me that information. He did not have pants on. He did not have underwear on. All he literally had on is exactly what they said. His shirt and his watch. That's it. I don't believe that the current is strong enough to rip you down past your boots, jeans. And you tell me if Riley had a belt on? Yeah, good luck. And then if the current was so strong or whatever, why would his watch still be on? They didn't get the current didn't take the watch.
Why is it saying that? Why is it recording this? Why is it saying this? Look. As well. Why is it saying that just happened as well?
Well, what river though?
They're saying 10.
That's not the same river. I don't believe that the current would have taken his pants, his underwear, and his boots off. And then, the money's missing, his billfold, his phone, and then that debit card. Interesting, right? But when you put all these things like across the board, like it'd be one thing. What I could understand is if, God, he just happened to walk off in that little 14 car area, and then is in this brush here, and hit after hit after hit, gets knocked out unconscious. Okay, and he goes and he falls into the water. Please then explain to me how where the fuck his pants are, where his underwear are. And Chris said he was not a guy that went commando. So, because I said, well, there's been nights that I have gone out. So all of these things, and then the officer, and if you remember, Riley's parents have said that they think that something is going to come of this, meaning that because of Riley's situation that things are going to change. And so I'm very, very, very curious what that is. And I swear it has something to do with the officer. Ritual killing. What you're hearing is 99% lies. We are looking into the ritual killing as well. Trust me. It involved frats. We're definitely looking into ritual killings. I promise you that. That's why I was analyzing that 911 call again. Riley could have asked for help from Officer Young, and he didn't. It's because I believe that Riley thought he was going to be in trouble, and he was going to be he would be, arrested for public intoxication, something along those lines, disorderly conduct, whatever. And so therefore you're going to run. You're going to stay out of the, you don't want to be. And so I'm hoping that they change that. I'm hoping that if somebody is in need of help or they're lost or they're disoriented, that, you're not, like, officers are not going to arrest you for public intox, because that's what I kind of think that they're hinting towards, that something changed. Because why wouldn't Riley just ask that officer for help? Hey, can you help me? I don't know where I'm going. But he was scared too, it looked like, but whatever. The family friend said that they have a suspect in mind, and it's not Ross. Who the fuck is Ross? Is it that homeless person? I don't think it's a homeless person. Yeah, that's why I want to know I want to know who the girl was in the water, and I want to know how long she was in the water, and I want to know her clothing condition.
What was the day?
They found her during the search for Riley. So it was like, I want to say it was like 4 days after he went missing. 4 or 5 days after he went missing.
That has to do with the whole thing Scott was saying. You could do bedtime this thing later.
All right. Well, again, go ahead and check out that beginning part. There is interesting footage there at the 59 mark of the Birch. We are still working diligently to get the I played some of the CAD. The CAD makes no sense. There is no talks about a fucking car being broke into. We cannot find Officer Young on the CAD. But we're still trying to put requests in to get the body cam. You have to be a Nashville resident. You have to show your ID. There's just a bunch of crap you got to do. This is the first time I've ever run into something like this. So, again, prayers to the family. Riley's funeral his services are on Friday. It's super sad. I might be going live again if I want to walk over to the woods right now and see how dark it is, where Tyler went missing. So, and then again, yes, please check out Richard Allen's attorneys fund for the experts. Let's take a look at where it's at. Let's see, Richard Allen's. If you guys go to my page and go to the actual, what is it? If you go on my community page, you can see the link, but I'll try to grab it here and share it really quick. There it is. Richard Allen's fund is at like 17,000, I believe, just over 17,000.
And this made every media outlet, so that's what's really good about it.
Yeah, but none of the media outlets are sharing the link. They're just talking about it. They've not one media outlet has shared the link. But so it's at 17,568.
But everyone at least is talking about how Judge Gall is making them, this is unprecedented under our Constitution. He has the right, because he's indigent, to be given
What is
whatever
up?
he
What
needs
is up? Showing some love
to
again.
be able to sustain his defense properly.
Yeah. Layla, thank you so much for the super sticker. Marsha Lama, she follows the officer to his car after the presser. Oh, yeah, she does. That woman is, if you guys know who she is, tell her she can come on Truth and Transparency so we can talk about her zealous ass. Like, what the fuck is she doing? Someone said her name was Jana Wright. Is that true? What is up? CJ, what is good? Good to see you in here. Yeah, go back and check out that broad with the smiley face phone. The news reporters said the PD body cam was looking in the window of the red pickup because someone walking by reported it had been broken into. Yes, but the reports, what I'm interested in is afterwards, where it says that Officer Young stayed on that street for 45 minutes after the encounter with Riley. Okay, that would put 3 officers at least literally right around Riley right when he went and disappeared. So that's interesting. I was hoping that it wouldn't be this way for the family. I was hoping that it would just be something that horrible, accident. But this doesn't sound right. Sorry, it just doesn't. That white car or SUV rather that had it circled around 3 times, and the third time it did not have its lights on.
What's the girl's name that was found? I'm not finding anything. That's in the Cumberland River.
Okay, I'll look for it.
Like, that's a girl, It's a female. That's this year.
Yeah, she was just pulled from the water during his. And in fact, someone's saying that JLR was there the day after they found her. I'll double check on that.
Yeah. Well,
I just know that she was pulled from the water, and I swear she was a Jane Doe for a minute. She still might even be a Jane Doe. So again, if you have any money to spare, if not, just share the link. It's in my community page. Here you go. Here's the link. Oh God, I don't know if that takes you. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't even know what link I just shared. Don't even worry about it. All these things came across. Have no idea what I just shared. She was found in Whites Creek. She wasn't found in. I thought she was found in Cumberland. I'll go back and check. All right, guys. Until next time. Be safe. Oh, the Jane Doe was Emily Bradley.
She's found in Cumberland.
And was she found in Cumberland?
So she's not Jane Doe.
Silent Murmur says the sheriff's office on 2nd Ave North was 0.2 miles from where. Yeah, I'm not interested in the phone ping. What I'm interested in is the Snapchat. Riley was sharing locations via Snapchat with his fraternity brothers.
Yeah, it's Whites Creek where she was found, Emily Bradley.
Okay. And so what I'm interested in is that Riley's from that Snapchat, wherever that was, if you zoom in, it legit will have like a specific like boom right there. Because there's no way that if his phone was by that bridge in like the middle, it would show like in the middle of like grass or the road would I ever say that it pinged outside of a sheriff's office? You get what I'm trying to say? Like that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense of all the places around there that these dudes would say anything about a sheriff's office. But that's where his phone was outside of. And then assimilate the river. Yeah, over there by the river. I just wouldn't,
Bring up river.
Yeah, just to bring up the water is interesting. So again, pants off, underwear off, no boots, guys. Just your shirt and your watch. I want to know what the hazing rituals. What fraternity is he in? What fraternity was Riley in? Look up and see if they've had any issues. Until next time, guys. Again, be kind to one another. Good to see everybody in here. And over and out.
Today is not a day to celebrate, but the arrest of Richard